I named this video Move Like a Caveman due to the fact when I picture a caveman, I picture a society that was always walking, lunging, jumping, always gathering stuff. They're active their whole entire lives. You know, fast forward to our lives now, we become probably the most sedentary we've ever been. And from this, we're seeing all kinds of problems occur. We're seeing forward head posture, rounded shoulders, tight hips. We've lost our ability to do basic movement patterns. You know, 3 basic ones I like in the gym that cover almost every exercise are the squat pattern. Go ahead and do a squat pattern. Good. The hinging pattern. And a lunging pattern. Perfect. So what I'm seeing is people, not only adults that sit at computers all day, but you're seeing kids who are playing computer games all day long with these same problems.
Yep.
And even elite athletes, say a pro cyclist who sits on a bike for 8 hours a day, you know, in this position is going to have the same problems. So what I aim to do is just clean up those movement patterns to help, you know, whatever you do and help these tight muscles actually try to get a little bit looser.
And when should I incorporate these type of patterns into my routine?
For most people, this is a workout in itself. I do not allow people to even touch a weight until they can do these patterns properly. There's no use loading a horrible pattern.
No set amount of time.
No, you just, you know, you're always, I'm still trying to perfect them.
Do it till
Everybody.
it's correct.
Exactly. So I'm going to go through the first one, the squat. So Chris is going to show you perfect squat again. Go ahead and squat. You'll watch his hips are back, weight are on the heels, back straight. It's a perfect squat. Now most people, this is what a lot of people with tight muscles will try to do. See how they lose the ability to keep their hips back, and they just lose the basic pattern. So I'm going to show you one drill we can do that'll help you, you know, get what it feels like to do a perfect squat. So it's called a wall squat. What we're going to do is have Chris stand about 3 or 4 inches away, and he's going to take a kettlebell, and it's going to force him to squat perfect. By being that close to the wall, it makes him do a perfect squat. So go ahead and do a squat, Chris. Good. All right, come on. Okay, now go a little closer to the wall. As you get better at this, you're going to go closer and closer to the wall until your feet are actually touching it. So go ahead and go. Perfect, come on. That's a perfect squat. It's a great drill to do just to get your squat pattern back in order. Okay, Chris, second one is the hinge. Go ahead and show a perfect hinge. There you go, perfect. See how his weight is on his heels, hips are back, chest is up. This is a perfect exercise to do to learn how to do proper deadlifting form and any kind of thing that involves that. Okay, let's see a bad, you know, just a horrible deadlift, something that most people would do at the very beginning. You go down. Good. See how the knees come forward, hips aren't coming back. Good. So good drill to help this. Just cross your arms. Just what I like to do is pretend like I'm closing a drawer with my butt. So your hands here and just push the hips back and come up. Good. Push your hips back and up. And just kind of look sideways in the mirror so you can actually see what you're doing. Perfect. Okay. The last movement pattern we're going to learn is the lunge. What I like is a side lunge because it shows, you know, everything you're doing. It, you know, makes you really load your glutes to have to do a correct lunge. So Chris, go ahead and show a correct side lunge. You'll notice hips are back, chest is up, weight's on the heels. He's really using the more powerful glute muscles more than his knee muscles, which are more vulnerable. Okay, so a lot of beginners have a hard time doing this with the balance and keeping their hips back. So, you know, I like to have people hold on to something and just really work on pushing those hips back and coming up. And as your balance improves, you won't need to hold on to anything anymore. Perfect. Good. Yeah, so there it is, your 3 patterns that I like to see people work on. You know, working these patterns are really going to help people with everything they do in the gym. Because from all these 3 patterns, basically everything you do in the gym, especially with your legs, is involved in these patterns. So I recommend mastering these patterns completely before you even touch a weight. It will do wonders for your training.